Well, here we are on Tuesday of Holy Week. Sunday, we found out that Jesus has already entered into Jerusalem riding the donkey. Yesterday, we found out that he came in and he flipped over the tables of the money changers. And on Tuesday, scholars don't know exactly what happened, but most of them believed that this is when Jesus was on the Mount of Olives. And he was again prophesying his soon coming death. And it wasn't like months or years away, it was only days away. And you got to imagine that that horrific death that was coming had to be weighing on him. He would have been very aware of Isaiah 53 that is very descriptive, that deals with the death of the Messiah and how it's going to happen. I want to read just a few verses out of Isaiah 53. Starting at verse 5, and think about this. Jesus knew it was coming, and he was reading, he's known these verses. It says that he was pierced for our rebellion, he was crushed for our sin. He was beaten so that we could be whole. He was whipped so that we could be healed. All of us, like sheep, have strayed away. We have left God's path to follow our own. Yet the Lord laid on him the sins of us all. He was oppressed and treated harshly, yet he never said a word. He was led like a lamb to the slaughter, and as a sheep is silent before his shears, he did not open his mouth. Unjustly condemned, he was led away, and no one cared that he died without descendants. His life was cut short in midstream. And this whole passage here out of Isaiah, I just can't imagine to know that you're going to die so horrible death, but yet he pressed on anyway. And you find when he was on the Mount of Olives, this is one of the things that he said. He says, "Now my soul is deeply troubled. Should I pray, Father, save me from this hour? But this is the very reason I came. Father, bring glory to your name." So Jesus, knowing and reading what his death is going to look like, and now he's on the Mount of Olives, and he's telling them, I'm going to die soon. It's going to happen soon. And he says this in John chapter 12. "Now my soul is deeply troubled." I know we don't think about Jesus' soul being troubled, but he was troubled. He said, "Should I pray, Father, save me from this hour? But this is the very reason I came. Father, bring glory to your name." So I want to challenge you to have that same attitude that Jesus did, knowing that he was deeply troubled, but yet he was willing to surrender. Remember when he said, "Not my will, but your will be done." Let that be a decree. Let that be something that as we go through life, and even as we go through these challenging times, Lord, let your will be done. May you be glorified.